Hello, everyone. My name is Julie Bromberger, and I am the Director of Education at Mind Body Align. And I'm so excited to report our outcomes from the MB Awareness Program during the 2020-2021 school year. Now, we had the opportunity to work with 3 Mansfield City schools. Those were Spanish Immersion, Prospect, and STEM. And Mind Body Align live zoomed into 28 classrooms for 15 minutes, 2 times a week for 8 weeks to teach the students how to pay attention, how to focus, how to regulate emotions. And we use a curriculum recognized by the Ohio Department of Education as one of the premier social emotional curriculums that's been taught to hundreds of thousands of children with great success. And even with masks, we could see the teachers and the children learning and practicing the techniques. We measure outcomes through pre and post assessments at the beginning and at the end of the program in grades 2 through 5. And this gives us some real quantitative data. Then at the end of the 8-week program, we also gather evaluations from all students, all teachers, and building administrators to gather that qualitative data. Assessments and evaluations were submitted by 160 students from all 3 of these schools, and the results are presented here. Through this assessment, 91.1% of students showed improvements in one or more of the areas of measurement. And measured areas include internalizing behaviors, externalizing behaviors, interest and competence in reading, in math, and all other school subjects, and in relationships with peers. And we're so proud to report that 100% of our principals said they would highly recommend the program to other principals. They also said that they saw benefits for the children and for the teachers from the techniques learned in the program. All of our principals agreed that they would continue the program and they'd like to have it in their school again if given the opportunity. In fact, one of our principals said, "I have personally used the strategies of mindfulness, like deep breathing and other types of breathing, to help reduce stress." And she said, "I've also benefited because I can use the language and the strategies with students when they're distressed, and I can help them de-escalate." And then another principal said, "I've seen students draw upon the skills and strategies they learned from the MB Awareness Program to help them in various life situations, like recess, or fights with friends, or stress from tests." And this principal said, "The program gives the students ways to focus and ways to remain calm when talking with me, the principal, or a counselor, or their parent about serious issues." Now, we recognize that the classroom teachers are the key to our success in the classroom, and we have some very encouraging data from our teachers. 100% of our teachers said that their students benefit from the program. They believe that the program gave them up to 20 more teaching minutes a day, which is 1.5 hours a week, and 54 more teachable hours a year. How about that? That is fantastic. Additionally, 87.5% of our teachers benefited personally from the program, and they'll continue to use the practices and would like to have the program in their classroom again. And 80% of our teachers believe that continued use could create even more teachable minutes. We also have some stories that teachers told us about how it helped them in the classroom. And one of our teachers explained that when we have our thankfulness moment in class, we do it in Spanish, which translates to I give thanks for. And the teacher said that today a student said, I give thanks for my life. The teacher thought that this showed a real deep social emotional awareness. And she said, thank you, mind body awareness, for helping these students become more connected to themselves. And then another teacher told us about a day when the power went out at school and the kindergartners were able to self-regulate with deep breathing to calm themselves because it was dark. And many are afraid of the dark. In addition, the teacher said, I was able to use the bell to get their attention and signal relaxation and deep breathing. The tools that I received from the SEL program were invaluable during this time. 84.4% of our students believe that more children should learn these SEL skills. And most impressive, 1 out of every 2 students also reported that after their first experience with MB awareness class, they taught someone at home about the techniques they learned. And this greatly multiplies the positive impact of this program. So impressive. Now, here are some quotes from our kindergartners who had the opportunity to work with one of our instructors. And they said things like, I used ocean breath when I was scared and when I was sad. I took deep breaths and I felt better. And they said it helped them to be happy and calm down when it's time for schoolwork. And they even talked about how it helps them relax and sleep at night. And our older primary students said some very similar things. But one of our students said that it helped them to make better choices. And when they felt like hitting someone, they decided to take deep breaths instead of hitting that person. We think that's fantastic. Thank you so much for supporting the MB Awareness Program and our mission of transforming lives through social emotional learning and mindfulness training.